When a former Obama campaign staffer was diagnosed with the progressive neurodegenerative disease, ALS, he was given 6 months to live. But 5 years later, with his wife's help, Brian Wallach is still fighting the disease and raising awareness in hopes of one day finding a cure. Reporter Brandis Friedman has this story from PBS station WTTW in Chicago.
Despite his inability to use almost every limb of his body, Brian Wallach is making no small plans.
I feel okay. I'm a bit tired, but from all of the things. But my mind is racing at full speed.
As his wife of 9 years, Sandra Abravaya translates almost his every word, he shares his thoughts.
I'm thinking about how we do a screening for the IMALS community.
The work he wants to accomplish.
I'm thinking about how we improve our care delivery for Synapticure.
And the family he adores.
And I am thinking about our parent-teacher conferences this afternoon. Wait, where am I in this equation?
It's his way of responding to his illness, which may have slowed his body, but not his mind.
With every stressful situation, my response is to go to work. And I do that because it gives me a sense of purpose that ALS is trying to take away. And it also gives me a sense of power when I have no control of the disease. So for me, I want to go to work because it allows me to say, not today, ALS.
I stand before you today to announce my candidacy.
Brian and Sandra met working on Barack Obama's historic 2008 presidential campaign. Brian says he and Sandra applied that organizing know-how to their fight against ALS. Much of their journey is documented in the film, No Ordinary Campaign.
Sandra's described me as a golden retriever who sees a bright shiny object and runs at it, and this is a bright shiny object that I had to run at.
First, the pair started the nonprofit I Am ALS with the support of a number of medical professionals and colleagues. Next, they took the fight from here in Chicago to their old stomping ground.
8:17, getting it close for 8:30 a.m. meeting.
Between 2019 and 2021, they successfully lobbied Congress to increase government spending on ALS research from $10 to $80 million a year. They also convinced Congress to pass legislation allowing people with ALS immediate access to benefits from Social Security without the requisite 5-month waiting period, a time window that can close quickly on an illness like ALS. Next, the group pushed the Food and Drug Administration to allow patients earlier access to promising but experimental drug treatments.
So if you can take one treatment and slow down your progression by 20%, and then take another treatment and slow it down by 10%, you've taken a disease that most people pass away from in 2 to 3 years and make it a disease where people can live 7 to 10 years, and that is everything. And that is how we end ALS.
Along the way, journalist Katie Couric joined their list of supporters, becoming an executive producer on the film. She's also someone who knows what it's like to care for a husband facing a terminal illness.
What's really tough is when you have a debilitating illness like ALS, there are few survivors. So you don't have a built-in network of people who are advocating. But they have built a network, and they have just brought together this whole community. And whatever happens, this community is going to keep fighting.
And every victory has given Brian and Sandra hope that they can do more than beat the odds.
I think Brian and I still do authentically believe we have a chance to survive it.
A chance for survival, and a chance that Brian can see his 2 daughters grow up.
Well, I want to be there to share with them how we fought and how we made ALS a disease that people can live with, because I know that they will grow up to be incredible people, and I want to be here to see that. Oh, are you saying I have a lot more bad dad jokes to tell?
Despite the odds, these two believe the fight for their own family will make a difference for many others. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Brandis Friedman in Chicago.